Hello. My name is Mar. This is a big news. Just came out like hours ago, like 10 plus hours ago. And I want to discuss this because it feels like we need to talk about this because how things went and the guy who was supposed to be in one of the biggest nights in wrestling, period, the biggest event in wrestling, now finally respond to a lot of things. And let's see what he talks about. Uh, let's talk about something that he said, and I'll be right back because right now I just don't know where to look. So I'll be right back. Okay, here we are. Right now I just want to see like this man had an interview with Pat McAfee, and then there's a lot of things that he said. First of all, like I'm going to shout out to Away Media. I'm going to pick one by one and just give my thoughts. Like The Rock giving Jacob Fatu his flower, good. That's a W. And then I feel like a couple things could have been better. Okay,
Single perform
before we go into listen to what he said.
matches. First of all, I was very happy with the show. A couple of things I thought could have been better, which we're going to talk about here in a second. But overall, man, everyone, the work rate of every single performer, women, men was dynamic. I thought matches. First of all, I was very happy.
Okay, he said, I feel like a couple things could have been better. Yes, you're supposed to be there. Because how the story and everything felt into your palm of your hand and Triple H hand and everyone that including even Travis fucking Scott, everything could have been well, and then everything could have been better if you were there. Everything, because you have this story that was so amazing, and people now claim that the story could have been good either way without you in it. Just speaks volume that why right now people just like, man, fuck The Rock, and including myself. I felt that you are the key to all these cancers. Not even once that John Cena mentioned during uh, his dates before WrestleMania. Anything. He didn't say anything about you. Which means either A, he just wanted to keep that secret, or just felt like, I think, because after this, I think he said something about he talked to John Cena, so I'm going to pause on that. On that's A, or B, it just that's it. Like the story's there, that's it. I don't know what to think anymore because how this is one of the biggest plot and the biggest storyline, especially in wrestling at the moment right now. This is the bigger turn at this era, at this decade, to be honest with you. This is good shit right here. But you kind of feel like a couple things. Yes, ooh, that WrestleMania 41 could have been better if things just like you there was were there, or a different kind of guy should be in a WrestleMania but got injured or something. Yes, I feel like uh, things could have been better. But next, that's all. He's our Superman. No, now he's the villain. So yeah, that's. But hey, that's a W though. I'm not gonna lie. Now, John
All the
Cena.
fans speaking as DJ, as Rock, director of the board, and not final boss. I got to tell you that. Let's start with the ending, and let's start with John becoming the 17-time heavyweight champion and legitimizing himself as being, without question, the GOAT. Period. He's on Mount Rushmore now. Got to kick a guy off to put him on. I think now Dusty goes in the back. He was always on my Mount Rushmore. He goes on the back there with me. I'll be raising my eyebrows back there in the back of Mount Rushmore. But I think that the way John, at the end of the night, John raising that title, that was the bottom line.
Yes, it was supposed to be. Whether it was with you or not, I think that's always the plan. In my eyes and everybody's eyes and everybody's feeling that yes, John Cena is going to be a 17-time world championship, no matter what, because it's his final run. And with how things going, I felt like we should have maybe in my honest opinion, maybe we should have the heel turn at WrestleMania. I think it would have been so much great. Like, but Emerson Chamber was great too. Don't get me wrong. But if you wasn't involving yourself as like this guy who won Soul, like things would have been better either way, in my honest opinion. John Cena heel turn like this, like his final moment. I feel like years ago, like a YouTube channel, What Culture Wrestling, they made no Adam Blumpy. I'm just talking the guy talking about John Cena's final run in WWE. He put that he's going to be heel. He predict that, and not just predict, but everybody wants John Cena heel turn, whether he's going to retire or not. And 2012 was perfect year when he lost to you. But shout out to The Rock giving John Cena now like the certified GOAT. Just put the title on around his waist. Let's go. I'm not going to. Should I? But let's listen. Is there any more he's going to say?
And that was the North Star. And I loved it. And I love that moment. I think he's going to go on to have this insane run as a heel. And what I love about this, what I love about John is, I like to think that I keep not only my finger on the pulse of things. You and I have talked about this. Don't keep your finger on the pulse. Put your whole hand on the pulse of things. And that way, things meaning the fans. And they're saying,
okay. Okay, now this one is important. Sorry, The Rock, to interrupt you. The Rock says ticket sales were low for the Elimination Chamber, so he came up with the segment for Cody to sell his soul. This is one of the stupidest thing I've ever heard in my life. I don't need to play this, but the thing is that whether you are there or not, if the ticket still is high as $2,000 in the front seat, and nobody is going to buy that. They instead going to just buy the Netflix or Peacock streaming service just for a month or two, or just 4 or 5 months until WrestleMania, instead of buying that ticket. If I'm being honest, this is one of the it's stupid, so stupid. Why would you say that? This is why I don't like merging something. It ended up just hurting the consumer, the people who always showed up, being loyal to the product that they cared about, even in the darkest days. Some still there, just to watch, to see what happened. Now with new era, new guard, new everything, I expect them just follow the same strict rules. Just please the consumer, please the fans. With this, saying that ticket sales were low, and then you just came up with this, hey, sell your soul. And then he made a point where he just, I mean, what do you want? The final boss wants you to sell your soul, and the final boss will give you everything, whether it's a good thing, it's a bad thing. I'm your guy. He probably said that. He said that. I'm your guy to make that happen. In the storyline wise, but the execution of everything, and you just, it is the breaking the fourth wall, by the way, and saying that ticket sales were low, you are the board of the director. You could have said, hey, maybe lower the ticket price. You had the upper hand, in my humble opinion. You're the boss here. You're the final boss. I know you have the certain like um, shareholder or something, but if you just place the fan, they're going to buy it either way. They're going to spend all the money that they had. If you lower the price, you promise things with the promo, whether it's on Instagram, on just YouTube, or whatever it is, they're going to eat that shit up. But with this response, with ticket sales and everything, let's make sure that you didn't have anything to contribute to, basically just to, hey, maybe lower the ticket price, or just on the board side with that storyline with Triple H. I'm giving you thumbs up. Congratulations, you did good job. You make an ambiguous kind of promo and then deliver it in an amazing kind of way. I respect that. With that soul, I want your soul. It was kinky, but the payoff was really, really good. It's just cool. And then after that, the final boss work here is done. Like, let's listen what he's going to say.
I think the final boss's work is done. We've established it. We just pulled off the greatest angle in the history of professional wrestling.
Yes. He said, my work here is done. I'm bounce. I'm going to bounce. This like the kid, like every CEO, whether it's big or not, or people who basically made a group chat, or just not a group chat, just a group where they had like assignment for their school. Basically, hey, let's do this, and then he still contribute just a little bit, and then after all the thing, and then they just have like this presentation to just one teacher. This is like a project, a huge project for something, I don't know, in the project school assignment, and this good project. He does the assignment and everything and show it for this like one teacher, a demo, and then after that saying, you know what, that's cool, I'm bound, I'm going home, I'm going to take a trip to Mexico or whatever, I'm going to go for do something. It just felt disrespectful to the guys who already put everything. And then when that happened, don't get me wrong, still one of the greatest angles in history in this decade, in 2020. One of the best endings, best things ever since since probably the Hulk Hogan heel turn in '96 or '95. I don't know, in WCW Bash at the Beach. Um, Still, but felt so good, but it felt so bad at the same time when you said this on Pat McAfee. And then your work here is done. It's just like, hey, just give the rest of the work to Cody and John. To me, it just sucks, really sucks. But let's hear more.
Other than Hulk Hogan turning heel back in the 90s, I said, this is amazing. We have 6 weeks. Now, let's build. You guys go. And
you guys go. Rock, you should contribute to this. Whether you showed up like a little glimpse of it, to me, you should have just went out there. Be something. People still going to buy this ticket if you showed up, or just a little taste in here and there, and then you said yourself, don't believe everything said on social media, and now you prove them right. Basically, you're not showing up. Just, you're wasting our time. You're wasting my time. You ruin my expectation for this, like everything that was built, and then you just said, nope, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to. By the way, I respect that you just said, hey, do your thing, guys. I felt like my job here is done. You do your thing. Just go out there. Just but here's a big but. It still sucks because they have to figure things out again, because with John Cena already established a character that he sell his soul. He sold his soul. Yeah, he sell his soul to you. He should give it a reason, and his reason to sell it just basically he's done with the fans and with this like toxic relationship. It's cool, but what is the relationship with you and John Cena? Both of you. How did you meet? How did you have like this contract and everything? Just and then how he just said, and then how you convince him to just join you and sell his soul. So many things that I want you to tell me about. But instead, John Cena just do his thing, which is great. He just explained that I don't like you guys. Just keep grinding and then meet my expectation to be the greatest of all time, which is cool. But again, wasting my time, Rock. Everything, and now you involve Travis Scott, which is so dumb. But I really don't care about this. And then next, Rock says Cody Rhodes has amazing heel character in him, which is yes. I think if we, not if we, um, if you want to see a heel Cody Rhodes, just go watch Ring of Honor. Yeah, Ring of Honor or his New Japan days. What an amazing heel. But right now, I don't know what he's going to do. Now he's taking a break, as he should. I think he just rejuvenate uh, his character and his physics and everything. But now it's time to just see whether we should see Cody Hill or just keep the same character again. But yeah, that's cool. Next, that's it. I think there's some clips on JD New York, but I'll be right back again. Okay, here we are. I'm back. Rock speaking on the end of to the Rhodes versus Cena at WrestleMania. I think it's best for the final boss not to be involved in that finish. But Travis Scott was best how he said it. This with a straight face is really absurd. Yes, I think I'm fine with Travis Scott maybe in besides Cena at the entrance and then just walk to and stay in the match for just like every single minute. But this man showed up, act like something bigger than wrestling, bigger than the Rock itself. It's just kind of like, oh my god, just why with the entrance, with slow walk and everything. It's just not good. If I'm being honest, it's just wasting my time again. It just sucks. But let me see what The Rock has to say.
I knew then the best thing for the final boss, we've established this idea of Cody's soul. We can always come back to it. I did feel, and I made the call, I don't want to be involved in that. Step back. Let the final boss step back into the shadows. Let all the spotlight go to John. Let it go to Cody. Let's not make it about Cody's soul eventually or John's soul. No, let's let them do what they do. And
which is fine, but everything was revolved around you, Rock. Everything. If you didn't show up at Bad Blood or you didn't show up at certain somewhere that I don't remember what PLEs or recent SmackDown or Raw, I'm fine with it. John Cena just slowly by slowly it turns to heel. I'm fine with that, but everything was revolved around you, and you didn't show up, or just you didn't want to be involved. It just blows my mind how this story was surrounded with you, John Cena, and Cody Rhodes. Everything was surrounded with all three of you, and you just left out, and then they have to figure things out by their own. And shout out to John Cena though. He create his own narrative why he turns heel, but there's a specific little dot that he needs to explain how or why did he end up with in the Rock's palm? How? He never explained it, but he explained why the reason he turns ill. But why you join the Rock? Why you side by side with the Rock? Why you sucking dick to the Rock? Just suck his dick. It's just so much question. Now you just left out because I just don't want to involve, and then you put some random motherfucker or one of the biggest rap artists in modern era right now, and just say, "Hey, Travis, just do your thing." It's just dumb, stupid. Rock.
I called John after Elimination Chamber, spoke to him, called Cody, and I said, I think the final boss's work is done. We've established it. We just pulled off the greatest.
Again, we've been fadeaway media. We're going to back to that segment again. Again, this is why people hate you right now. Whether they, I know some people are going to defend this, and I don't care. You do what you do. If you really like his response, then it's okay. I respect to that. But in the end, this man gonna get caught bald fraud from here on out. This bald fraud, still a fraud. So, in my humble and honest opinion, Rock, just don't show up. Just don't show up ever again if you don't have anything to do with it. Don't tease anything, don't say anything. You do what you want to do your XFL or whatever. No, USFL. Do your thing, do your movie, do Moana, do your tequila, do your sports drink, do whatever the fuck you want. Don't put just like 60 or just 40% of things to the creative, because I know the writers, whether it's the writers and Triple H, have to do something. And don't get me wrong, I know Triple H is involved with this, but the boss needs to do better. The boss needs to do better because he's the boss. He needs to remind himself that, hey, if I put this feet into the, just put myself into the war, I'm going to the war. If you don't want to put yourself into that war, don't do it. And if you want to put yourself into the war and then you half-assed it, it's kind of disrespectful to me as a fan. You disrespect the fans, you disrespect all the people who just want to see something bigger than last year. Because WrestleMania is going to be big. You have to make it bigger than ever. And I know, I don't want to forget about John Cena's trying to ruin wrestling. I don't want to forget about that. But just put The Rock there. I want to see The Rock and face Steve Austin one more time, for real. And Steve Austin ended up just crashing his four-wheeler into somebody. Awesome. But that's it. That's what I think about the whole situation. Just, to me, it's just sucks. Suckity sucks. With this, just want to say, Rock, again, if you want to do it, don't half-ass it. Just contribute. Just if you don't like it, just listen to whatever Triple H, John Cena, and Cody Rhodes. I think they are probably have the best idea for you. Stock up your ego, man. Just don't put your ego out, because these are kind of like, yes, I just want to put everything to both of them. Shout out to you for doing that, but it's like kind of ego thing where you just don't want to get involved anymore because you just, I don't know, you either like it or just, I don't know. I think you like it, don't get me wrong. I think with his, I don't know, with his body language and stuff, but just be honest. If you don't like where things is going, I feel like that's it, that's perfect, I'm done. Just makes no sense to me. I think with you were there, story is going to be banger either way. But yeah, that's what I think about the whole Rock situation. It sucks that uh, we didn't see more of the story just because the match was ass to mid to decent, but everything is just weird all around it. The aura felt sucked out. Like The Rock responds like this and just don't want to be involved, and then just, hey, 6 weeks left, you do your thing, I'm out. Just kind of like disrespectful, just not professional, especially for boss like you. If you already put your foot in the battle, why just go ahead and just squad up and then go to war instead of just bitch out, laugh, or ran away to different things, ran away just to drink your Terramana or some shit like that. Just weird shit. Hey, I really don't care about it, but we move on. It is what it is, man. It is what it is. Yeah. Thank you so much for watching. Like and subscribe. Again, goodbye.